We're back here in the Philippines, in Manila. Philippines is the 7th most populated country in Asia. You can tell that by just looking around us here. We're on our way to catch a bus to go to the pier in Batangas, to catch the ferry to go over to our mission house in Mamburao. So come along with us right now and I'll tell you a little bit more about the Philippines. We've been working in the Philippines now for 17 years. It's hard to believe that we've been here that many years. And the work has just really progressed and God's blessed in many ways. Right now we're heading down to Windjammer. It's a big bus station here in Manila to go over to the pier at Batangas. And our bus is right up here. It's always interesting just trying to get around in Manila because it's such a crowded city. The Philippines consists of about 7,000 islands and is located in southeastern Asia. Its total landmass is equivalent to that of the state of Arizona. Our bus is taking us from Manila to the port at Batangas. We're at the Batangas Pier right now. This is where we go and get our tickets to get on the ferry and head over to Aberdilog, which is over on the island of Mindoro. Always fun because you got to carry all your stuff a long ways to get over into the ferry. Christian Schrock is a pastor from Switzerland. He has been to the Philippines several times. This is Christian. He's going to actually be working with us. When are you going to come work with the ministry? In February?
I will
March?
be joining in August. I have to finish my duty in the conference first.
Yeah, it's a small world when you're traveling. We're always running into people we know all over. Good to see you. Well, we're going to go up there and sit down and we'll see you up there. Yes. And about a year ago, Christian Schrock brought a team of young Swiss students to hold evangelistic meetings in connection with Laymen Ministries and to help for several weeks with Laymen Ministries Academy project. After reaching the pier at Aberdilog, we then took a bus to Seabreeze, which is our mission headquarters near Mamburao. Laymen Ministries headquarters and temporary Present Truth Academy is located in this building just outside of the city of Mamburao.
I am Edith Ramos. I came from Artacho, Season, Pangasinan in the northern part of the Philippines.
My name is Daina Bericanosa, and my friend usually call me Len Len. I'm 36 years old and I came from Calamba City, Laguna.
I teach Bible subject and I'll be teaching Filipino. Our Bible subject is also a very big, very important part of the program because that is the center of every academic program that we have here.
I am working here at Seabreeze in Occidental Mindoro. What I'm doing here is a high school teacher and also an administrative assistant.
We have the ABECA program because it does provide a consistency of curriculum and education, and at the same time our students have a live teacher that is with them in the classroom, assisting them in their education.
ABEC program, they have this video, and when there is also questions, when they ask questions, this is the only time I will give the answer. I play as a facilitator.
And most of the time, the video teacher usually do the teaching, and I only facilitate the students, or if the student needs some clarifications. And also, I tried to review my student as well, if he understood or if they understand the lessons well.
the Abeka program is a Christian program, and while we may not agree with 100% of the things that they do have quality teachers and quality materials. They have a variety of teachers with different accents too, and that actually helps our students. It helps them learn faster, listen better. Plus, the way this program is set up, it's like they're sitting in a classroom with a live teacher and other students that are interacting. So we have been very pleased with the quality of the program. And our students have done well, whether they've studied on their own or whether they've studied as a group. The book education has given us a real foundation for our instruction here. And as the book of education points out, the Bible really should be our first textbook. And we have personally found that that's absolutely correct. When we can raise the level of understanding so that our students can read the Bible for themselves and understand it, they're excited about it.
Through education, these young people or this Katutubo could have this self-confidence that they can prove to the world that even though I am a Katutubo, I'm part of this tribe, I can do what they are doing also, that I can also be on top where they are now.
Yeah, some Filipinos, or the Tagalogs they called it, they make fun with the Katutubos. They call them Mangyans. And they said the Mangyans have tail, so they make fun of them.
To really understand where these Katutubo have come from, we need to go to these mountains. The word Katutubo simply means indigenous. In this part of the Philippines, they are the Araya tribe and are considered to be some of the most primitive people on the planet. They live a semi-nomadic life and are mostly uneducated. They are a shy, superstitious, animist people, often laden in filth and affected by disease. Over the last 15 years, Laymen Ministries has brought about a great change to many of the young people of this tribe and their villages.
My name is Angelito Taasan. I came from the village of Pinagbayanan. I'm 19 years old. I'm grade 9 student of Katutubo Excel Academy.
My name is Milet Parisan. I am 16 years old and I come from the remote village of Pinagbayanan.
I'm Benji Parisan Tamisan and I am 21 years old. I came from a remote village of Cabalite, Paluan Occidental, Mindoro.
I'm Berne Villanueva and I'm now 17 years old and I came from the remote village of Agbalite.
My name is Bongbong Parisan Lagnaan and I came from the village of Pinagbayanan, and now I am 19 years old.
I am Dennis Villanueva and I came from the village of Binwangan and I am 19 years old.
My name is Rodel Punlaan. I am 25 years old and I came from the village of Pinagbayanan.
There are many changes in my life compared to my life in the village. I can see the growth in my life, especially in spiritual growth. Before when I was still in the village, I didn't read Bible. I hate reading Bible. It seems for me that it is very boring. But when I came to high school, I realized that it is very important.
I stayed with one of the missionaries and they teach me about the Bible and also the superstitious belief that is not really true.
One of my favorite memory verses is found in 1 John 1:9. If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all our unrighteousness.
In Christmas time, we had a short vacation and I had a Bible study with my parents class, and every Sabbath I was the one who handled the program.
The Bible had done to me to change my life, because before I don't know about God, and now the fruit of it is that I am sharing His love to my villagers.
When I get older, I would like to go back to my village and teach them also about God, and I would like also to help them in educating them so they will not be also cheated by the Tagalogs there.
I am so much thankful to God that He sent people to help.
Actually, my favorite subject in school is the Bible.
Jim is taking us to see our newest grade school located near the little village of Sulong Ipil. Then, after a short visit at the school, we're going to head up to the mountain to see the new campus of Laymen Ministries Present Truth Katutubo Academy.
We have just arrived at Laymen Ministries' newest school in the village of Sulong Ipil. This school has been in operation for 3 years, and we think you're going to be excited about our teachers and our students here. Good morning, my students. Oh, I get a double hug. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A triple hug. Oh, that's sweet.
The human touch is very important, and even the 6th grader that finished last March and came here in June, when I first touched her, she jumped. Not all the children are the touchy kind, so now she reaches out and touches me to see if I notice that somebody touched me, and so we are making a game out of it.
Did you do math this morning?
Yes or no?
I didn't hear.
Louder.
Bible. Oh, how exciting. Did you have a memory verse this morning?
Yes.
What was the memory verse?
Louder.
Another.
And ask God for Christ, saying, "Have you."
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, thank you.
Throughout the day. Thank you for hearing our prayers in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, you may go to your classroom.
My name is Boying Celestre.
And my name is May Celestre.
I am Mercy Jose from Mindanao. My name is Nora, and my family name is Senarser.
We are working now with the Laymen Ministry. We've been here for almost 4 years.
I've been working in 9 years now.
I have been working in Laymen Ministries for 5 years ago.
I work here in the village of Sulong Ipil. This is my 2nd year here, teaching students, particularly higher grades.
I'm teaching grades 3 and 4.
I am teaching the kinders.
When we came to the village, they were also thinking that we cannot speak Tagalog. So they tried to speak to us and entertain us in English. And so I was so amazed with what the ministry was doing to them. I was not expecting that I will see them clean, because I was thinking that they will be uncivilized. But when we came to the village, the students we served are clean students, and they know how to speak English. I found out that education did great part for them.
Yeah, and our education is not only teaching them in school, but how to be clean. Yeah, they're filthy before, but now, because of the education or the program of the ministry, there's 360 degrees change in their lives.
The children adapt very nicely to the Bible stories that the teachers have worship or classes, values classes, and have grown spiritually because there's so much spiritism in the villages that they are afraid of this and they are afraid of that, and now they know that Jesus loves them, and so that's something wonderful. They have never been told that somebody loves them.
Well, in Katutubo's situation, sir, their parents sometimes no attention to their children. If their children are running or playing outside, even though they're hungry, because sometimes there's no food, no eating. Of course, if you're hungry, your stomach is aching. Though they're reading, sometimes there's no understanding. And I think food is one of the factors that affects also their learning.
I think education a big part in what happened to the villagers.
This was a temporary school. We're using this now for grade 1, but we want to tear this down and construct the missionary house here, and then down below we'll enclose the open area and make an additional classroom so that we have all the classes there and the missionary quarters here. Good morning, nice to see you. Yes, I thought I would get a big hug from this girl. Thank you. We've taken a different approach here in Sulong-Ipil than we have in the other villages. One reason is because I'm here frequently, and I see what goes on a day-to-day basis. And I've been able to teach our teachers here that affection breaks barriers. And as you see, I did not ask these children to give me a hug this morning. Okay?
Yeah, they just came right out in immediate response.
When they hear my truck because it's so old and rattly, so when I'm driving by and they're on break, they stand in the road and expect me to stop because they want a hug. And as a result, the barriers have dropped, not only with the children but with the parents here. And we have not pushed anyone to come to school, and we've maintained very strict rules. It's a privilege to come to our school, and as a result, our numbers continue to increase as our students are the witness in the village.
My name is Lowell P. Ramos. I'm working here at Sulong-Ipil, teaching. Today I'm teaching grades 1 and 2. I've been working here since June last year, 2012.
And as you know, our schools are for the minority. So I have to say, sorry, can't do that. But it is well known in the community and in the Department of Education that our students excel. We're halfway up the mountain called Kaupawan, which literally means bald head, and you can see why. Years ago, the timber was raped off of it, never been replanted, and it was burned many times. This is the high school property. On top you see our wind generator, and you see the two buildings. These are staff housing. That one is almost complete, 99% complete. The other one's in maybe 70% complete. We're close enough to the city for convenience sake, but we're far enough away to avoid the pollution and the distractions for our students. So this is going to be, as you will see in a minute, the high school site, the high school academy site. We're standing beside the academy that we're constructing here on top of this ridge line for our Katutubo students who graduate from our elementary schools. We have designed the building to be an octagon to take advantage of the wind from any direction for cooling, for circulation, because we're in the tropics, it does get hot, but we get the wonderful sea breeze, usually starting about noon. And up here, because we're also on a ridge line, we get the advantage of the uplift of any air that's stirring, as you can see from our wind generator behind us. Now, the octagon is a 25-meter diameter, and it will contain classrooms and administrative rooms. And then the next, and I hope last building that we built will be here adjacent to us, and that will be the dormitory and the cafeteria. So our goal is that next year, this time, we will have moved everything from our present location in the town up here to the mountain to have our academy here. On top of the container, which houses the battery and the inverters for our whole electrical system, we also have 6 solar panels, 280 watts each. This is our battery bank, which stores our electricity from the wind generator and the solar panels. It then comes in here, and right now we're producing 53.9 volts, so that's our storage capacity now. These are our inverters, and then from here we take the power either as 220 or 110, depending on what we're using. Since this one is presently being worked on, why don't we go to one that's almost finished? We don't have cabinets yet, but lighting, flooring, plumbing is all complete. This being the cooking, food preparation area, this is our dining table. So we can have seats around here. We're in an efficiency apartment, and we only have about 350 square feet. And then here, a small bedroom, and then this will be a master bedroom because it has its own bathroom. God has provided us here with a beautiful location. We're sitting on a ridge line. We have the beautiful ocean, unobstructed view of the ocean in one direction and an unobstructed view of mountains in all other directions, meaning we get a really nice breeze without pollution. So we've tried to design the houses so that they will take advantage of the breeze because it does get hot here, and also to inspire both students and teachers in God's nature.
Laymen Ministries is special for us. As a team, Jim and I have grown spiritually as well as having helped other people to come to Christ.
If you are willing to learn and to grow, come and visit these young people at Laymen Ministries.
Thank you for helping us to know more about Jesus.
I'm so happy that I have a privilege to have an education that I can learn spiritual and academic things.
God still gives us strength, but we desperately need people with a burning desire to help these children continue and to carry some of the load that we're carrying today.
I know that there will be a lot of challenges that will come in your life when you come here, but If you are really willing, God is ready to help as long as it is God's plan.
I would like to encourage the student missionaries that are from the other countries to come and see what our fellow Katutubos and help us to educate more and learn especially about God.
If I could speak to you personally, I would say, one, make sure of your position in your relationship with Jesus Christ. And if you do that, I am absolutely positive if you're listening to His voice, He will take you where He wants you to be. And I can tell you that's the only place you're going to find joy. That may be a place like Occidental Mindoro, Philippines, but it could also be right where you're living now, your own family, your own community, your own church. So I can't tell you what is best for you, but I know who knows what is best for you and for me.
Breaking through the superstitions and backwards way of life of the indigenous Araya tribe is a challenge. But through Christ-centered education, progress is being made. There is hope for the future as the Araya students get trained and go back as missionaries to their own people. Laymen Ministries appreciates your prayers and support. Together, we can make a difference.